בהמשך השיר להרצאה של המשנה לנגידה, אני מתכבד להזמין לבמה את מר אוליבר כהן, המייסד והסיור של החברה השוויצרית Altcoinomy. הוא יציג את הפתרון השוויצרי של Altcoinomy בהקשר של קשיי הנזילות והבנקאות שחווים משקיעים בחברות, גם שעושים ICO וגם שרוצים לעשות קשר או לצאת מקריפטו לפיאט, אם זה מטח ואם זה שקלים. פתרון שהוא מאוד נחוץ כרגע בתעשייה ולקהילה, כנ"ל גם למשקיעים הפרטיים, שחווים הרבה קשיים מול המערכת הבנקאית המסורתית, מול הבנקים גם בארץ וגם בחו"ל. Please, you are welcome, Oליבר כהן. Thank you very much.
Hello, so I'm Oliver Cohen, coming from Switzerland. I'm the founder of Altcoinomy. I'm sorry for my Hebrew, which is too poor to make an intro joke in Hebrew. But even in English anyway, I can't make a joke. So it saves you some trouble laughing. So I'm going to get started. My background is basically investment banking. Our core business is to open bank accounts for early adopters, crypto millionaire, and ICO corporate entity. I'm going to explain how we do it. I'm going to explain why we operate from Switzerland and why it works very smoothly. So we are going to talk banking and crypto. Don't reach out to the door yet. I know that some of you are believers and will never want fiat access. But what we think and what we see is many people are early adopters, were not given fiat access for years, and are very happy to eventually have a bank account with a credit card, because at the end of the day, it's very, very convenient. And you all know this image that was shared on the internet from the movie Matrix, where you have Neo, Keanu Reeves, who says to Morpheus, what you're trying to tell me is that one day I can trade my Bitcoin for $1 million. And Morpheus says to Neo, no Neo, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you're ready, you won't have to. So maybe one day Bitcoin will be worth $1 million a piece. And I know many people who deeply believe in this theme. In the meantime, some of all these early adopters that reached out to us are very happy with a partial cash out. Some of them went in Bitcoin in the early days between $1 and $5. At some point you have to realize your profits. So very quickly I'm going to speak about Switzerland. Switzerland basically has a track record for preserving the wealth and the property of people. We have only a few countries like this, Singapore, Switzerland, where property is valued. So it means it cannot be confiscated. It goes beyond everything. The first time I heard about a crypto valley in Zug, I was shocked, because Swiss is known for the chocolate, for the banking, but Israel is considered a startup nation. San Francisco is considered where the fintech is located, and technology in general. And we were active in banking in Switzerland. We were not used to having CEOs of the digital era come to us and say, look, we need access to banking. This was very new. The VC world works very well in the US with private equity firms, and all this model is very well financed. So when the first ICO came to us and said, look, I need a bank account, no one would provide me one, I was very surprised. And indeed, we have the infrastructure in Switzerland to open bank accounts. Not all the banks are crypto-friendly, but some of them are, and they understand crypto. It means some of the compliance officers in private bank we work with never traded Bitcoin before a year and a half ago. They didn't know what it was. But you see the difference is, we onboard a case at a bank. The compliance officer wants to understand, is the money legit or not? He's going to read books about Bitcoin, about crypto, how it works, understands. We'll explain them the context, the trustability of the funds. And nowadays this compliance officer, he gives conferences all over the world. So bankers are very forward-looking, forward-thinking in Switzerland. They can understand the technology. They won't say, look, we won't open your account. We say, look, prove me it's real, prove me it's legit, and then after they open the bank account. And unlike other countries where I've heard many horror stories in the UK, or I'm sorry to say just after the speech that we had in Israel, where the bank would accept the money and freeze it sometimes, or sometimes they accept the money and return it to the exchange. In Switzerland, it works the other way around. They would say, explain me how you made that wealth out of thin air. We explain very transparently, and when the account is open, they understand the full context around it, and they will never freeze the money. And that's why you can hold Bitcoin, do a partial cash out, and still have a credit card to pay your bills, which is also very convenient. Not every bakery accepts Bitcoins yet. I hope one day it will be the case, but in the meanwhile, if you want to buy an apartment, if you want to have fiat investment also, it's very convenient. So, Switzerland also is very different from the rest of the countries when it comes to regulation. They have a very, very pragmatic approach. So you have some countries who ban crypto or ICO first before considering anything. You have, like, we can say, for instance, China. As soon as crypto became a thing, it was banned. Or you have some countries like France that they start to see each and every case and make legislation, and they spend 3 years doing the legislation, and when eventually the legal framework comes, it's not suited to the digital world that moves so fast. And you cannot legislate everything beforehand. Switzerland is very different. They let the business get organized, they let ICO operate, and they regulate afterwards by doing trial and errors and learning on the process. And if an ICO misconducts and do money laundering, well, basically, they would come after and shut down the foundation. But in the first place, they would let the business operate. And that's how Switzerland captured such a market share in crypto business, in the ICO business, because all over the world it was either being banned or very difficult. In Switzerland, you could set up a foundation. Ethereum went there and set up a foundation, and then there was momentum around this model. The setup is very easy in Zug, but I have to say in Geneva nowadays, you want to set up a foundation to make an ICO, it's like $10,000 only to set up the foundation, whereas in Zug it's $50,000 Swiss francs. So, because FINMA was open-minded, FINMA, which is a regulator in Switzerland was very open-minded. They welcome open-arm business. I have to say some of these ICOs are bullshit. I agree with the speech earlier. On the long run, not many ICO will survive. If we have 25%, even 15% of the ICO which survive, I think it's an improvement compared to the internet bubble, in my opinion. But out of this ICO craze, even if the bubble bursts completely one day and the market is clean, you will have the next Google and Amazon of tomorrow. So, of course, we have to be cautious. Switzerland understands the opportunity that the new business, the new millionaire, the new venture of the future are now raising money through this way, and that is going to change the way we do crowdfunding forever. I mean, funding in the first place, forever. If I just say a quick word on Switzerland, it's very funny to look at the geography of crypto markets. Switzerland positioned itself for crypto millionaire, banking early adopters, and for ICO, but specifically utility token. It's very difficult to do a security token in Switzerland. I'll discuss about it later during the presentation. We try to tokenize tangible hard asset to create stablecoin, and the regulators had a take about it. That we needed a fund license to do it, which is 1 million Swiss francs in Switzerland. So they are very open-minded when it comes to utility token, but for security token, the business now is migrating into the US. It's also very funny when you look geographically at all these early adopters, crypto millionaire, where do they come from? A lot of them come from Israel. A lot of them come from Germany. The Bitcoin meetup in Germany were crowded in 2011, 2012. The community around Berlin is really massive. And in Asia, it's not so much ICO, it's not so much crypto adopters, it's more around how big your hashing power is. A lot of miners are operating from there. So you could literally take a map on a worldwide map and spot, well, this place in the crypto space is more active around mining. Well, this is where the community is for early adopters. A lot of, for instance, in Eastern Europe, where you have a culture around cash, we onboard a lot of early adopters that bought Bitcoin in 2011, 2012 against cash because they have a culture around it. So it's generally very difficult to onboard because it involves OTC trade. But it happened to me that someone pops up to my desk and said, look, I have 500 Bitcoin. Okay, how did you acquire them? Well, you know, at my wedding, I got an envelope full of cash and I bought Bitcoin there. So it's in the mindset, yes, you get an envelope with cash at your marriage. What you do is not necessarily buy Bitcoin, except when you are coming from Romania. So we have a lot of cases like this. It's difficult to onboard. But these cases are real. These guys have a culture around cash and they buy Bitcoin with it and they transact with Bitcoin and so on. Just finishing speaking a little bit about Switzerland, and then I move to the core business and how you open a bank account. So in Switzerland, it's possible to have a corporate account. We have a corporate account in Switzerland. We are authorized to trade and deal cryptocurrency. We are authorized to transit fiat. We are authorized to have OTC desk. So it is very friendly. The only obligation we have is to make sure that when we are dealing cryptocurrency, we know the background of our clients. We know exactly where the funds come from, and we have a very thorough KYC. On this basis, when you respect anti-money laundering and you have the regulation to do it, you can even trade on behalf of other corporate entities. And when you are a corporate entity, either you take care of the responsibility for the anti-money laundering supervision, which is a commitment. You get audited twice a year. They pick up randomly some files and they check that you've made the KYC correctly. And most corporate entities want to delegate this. Even the bank would delegate KYC to us sometimes. So you can delegate it to a financial intermediary. That's our status in Switzerland. We are authorized to trade crypto and do KYC on behalf of crypto investors, or we can even do KYC for ICO contributors, and we take the full AML risk. So for many ICOs who come from a tech background, they don't know how to handle KYC. It's something very convenient to delegate the AML supervision. So the company is basically an offshoot of a multi-family office. The story really is that I got an interest in the early days. I first heard about Bitcoin when it was trading $3, and I saw it was so expensive. But I still got very interested in the tech. I thought it was easier to accumulate Bitcoin by helping others securing their coins and trading their coins. So that's how I started being involved locally in Geneva. A little similar to a local Bitcoin trader, I would say. And then at the family office where we work, we handle assets in traditional financial markets. We also offered very small investment to a few clients, not 100, basically 4 or 5. For a small ticket, for what a ultra high net worth individual is mainly around 5 million normally. So when he spends $10,000 Bitcoin in 2012, for him it's pocket money to please us. This happened to grow over time until the end of 2016, where we got the first cash out case. So people coming saying, look, I have over $1 million, I want a bank account. We were very surprised when we came to the bank to see that it was so difficult to open an account in Swiss bank in 2016 because it had a crypto background. So even if it was a client already onboarded at the bank, the simple fact that it had a crypto background was made the cash out of this transaction difficult. So we managed to streamline the situation by either building new relationships with bank, or by threatening them to remove all clients from this bank. It was beneficial for the clients because in the meantime, Bitcoin, blew up. And eventually, when we managed to open the first bank account that were crypto related for crypto millionaires, no one was really offering the service. So the word spread basically around crypto communities, and we got new cases. And since the end of 2016, well, we've been doing that non-stop. I've wrote a post on Reddit, which was shared 50,000 times, on how to cash out. I'm sorry, on how to cash out in Swiss private bank. The title of the article is basically an extensive guide on how to cash out Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in private banks. And you can have a read on this article. It summarizes a little bit how we do it. I'm going to brief you about the process. You have many different cases of crypto millionaire. I always think that I've seen it all, but there is always a new case popping up. It could be the girlfriend of an early adopter coming at my desk with a ledger without even knowing how to use it. That's not very typical, but mostly the procedure we've done we've drafted with the compliance officer, segregate the profile in different tiers. So you have the miners from the early days, 2011, 2012. By 2014-15, it was already very difficult to mine. I'm not very profitable, to be honest. But even an individual could mine in 2011-12. It's very easy to onboard because if we extract the data from the wallet, where the address received the Bitcoin, the freshly minted Bitcoin in the first place, you can see very clearly that it was new blocks You can even see the difficulty adjustment of the hash rate and block rewards over time. And if also the guy provides an electricity bill from back in the day, 2013, you can say, look, the whole household was mining. And you can also provide, for instance, invoices of your equipment that you may have bought on Butterfly Lab, for instance. So with a file like this, you go to the bank, and they open an account very easily because we can make it very clear that the crypto millionaire is legit. You have traders, very specific cases. In my opinion, only 5% of the crypto millionaire that I know are coming from a trading background. And when I say trading, it's really in and out trading Bitcoin. It's still very difficult to be successful. When I compare trading in Bitcoin with trading in financial market, it's really easier to make money because of the volatility, especially if you go for momentum trading, but still it's very selective. So traders generally come to us with a track record of 300,000 trade, 400,000 trade, and our job here is to sort out the noise. The history is very easy to extract from the various exchange and website, and it's more filtering out the noise and saying to the compliance officer, look, it's all legit. We have also a lot of ICO investors. Easy to corroborate because you can look at the TXID and see the allocation in the Genesis block, but it's all over the place. A guy who invested 5 Bitcoin in Ethereum, probably then after he invested in other ICOs, and he has a lot of assets. One of the ICOs that was really crazy was Yota in 2015, and we've onboarded a few Yota cases, and really these guys who put $250 into the ICO, or $500, became millionaire then after. It's really amazing. But nowadays, ICOs aren't working like in the early days, unfortunately. But still, some people who invested early 2017, so it's very late adopters, not early adopters. A guy who invested in EOS and Aragon, a bit of Ether, well, with an initial investment that is relatively small, grew to the million mark very easily. So we happen to see also on the tail very interesting cases, shitcoin pumpers, people who were in the market very early on an ideological basis that will never want to get out. They're just taking info, they live in the middle of the pampa. That happens as well. People that are ideology motivated. On the tails also, it's very interesting. The standard background is 25 to 35 years old. Tech introverted, but you also have kids really, and you have more grown-up people around 45, 50. This happens also. The most common psychological aspect is distrust in financial markets and a lot of intellectual curiosity, and that's what brought them to crypto in the first place. We can take care of the logistic for cashing out, or we can help early adopters increase their limits into exchange, and it works very well in either case, basically. So, as we onboarded many early adopters, especially after the Reddit post, which still brings me 1 or 2 leads every week, ICOs came to us and said, look, you're opening bank account for early adopters, why don't you open bank account for us? And I was surprised again, because I said, but you are an ICO, why would you want a bank account? ICO got successful because they raised in crypto and they held, basically. And nowadays, many ICO want to have a bank account even before doing the crowd sale or private sale. So I think that, look, you are in crypto, you are looking to raise money, and you are looking to raise money in crypto, and the first thing you want to do is cash out this money that you've just raised. And how is it about believing in crypto in the first place? but they still want a bank account. They want to be able to pay salaries, they want to have fiat to develop the platform. And our role here is to make sure that they are compliant, that the money that they've raised is not coming from illegit sources. So we have developed our own KYC onboarding platform to check ICO contributors. We have the authorization, we are a supervised KYC operator in Switzerland. And we've automated most of the tools. It's really amazing nowadays if you want to check on Bitcoin if the background of the coins are legit. You have forensic tools that are very, very powerful. For instance, a platform like ScoreChain gives you a great accuracy. And you can say, look, behind this address, oh, it's already finished. Behind this address, the coins are coming 56% from Bitfinex, 30% from mining. So this is the kind of tool that we put on the platform. We automate the ID checking for AML. We flag the IP address because a lot of ICOs investors want to bypass the system. They are investing small amounts, like $1,000, $2,000, but 20, 30 times. So you will tell me, yes, they can use a proxy. Yes, they could. And similarly to what we do with early adopters, we basically open the bank account for the ICO. We make sure that we are not onboarding exit scam. The bank wants to limit its reputational risk, so we make sure that the white paper is solid, that the team is solid. We make sure that the corporate entity is not operating from the founder's mother's bedroom, you know, so they have premises, that they have work contracts. We make sure that the KYC ML of the ICO contributors was done in a correct way, and we make sure that they went out and reached out to their jurisdiction and authority to get a fiscal ruling, that they know exactly what's the impact of having a security token or a utility token, and what impact is going to have on the project. I'm not sure if we have time for a video of 3 minutes. Maybe, yes. 2 minutes, okay. This is just an illustration of regulation worldwide. We had investors who are distrustful toward financial markets. Right? They believe the next equity crash is coming, so they want real tangible assets. Wine, for instance, went up by 5% every year consistently over the last century, fine wine. Classic car is very similar. If you buy a Ferrari 250 GTO, $10 million 10 years ago, it's now worth $30 million. So this market, where you have the deflation, very similar to the deflation mindset you have in Bitcoin, are great investment. And we have clients from our family office, and we have clients from the ICO world, so we thought, why don't we build a stable coin that is audited, regulated, and backed by tangible assets. I'm going to show you the video to introduce the project, but basically the FINMA came to us and said, look, you are not a utility token, you're even not a security token. Guys, you are a fund. That's where the regulation reached their limit. They asked us to take a fund license in Switzerland, enabled to operate this stablecoin business, which is crazy when you think that Tether, for instance, is over 2 billion market cap without having auditors really looking at, confirming that the amount is there. So that's what we tried to do, an ICO backed by hard asset. It's been 30 ans.
I began my passion and job growth since 37 years.
I have been in the jewelry business for almost 40 years.
Investing in patient assets is traditionally reserved for a very close group of ultra a networks individual and selected a few. But all solutions remove the traditional entry barrier by providing liquidity, transparency, granularity, and ease of exchange. Tokenization of tangible assets is a hot topic in the crypto market, but it's not been addressed properly yet. And the reason is mainly because of how it is in this market led by layers of intermediary, price opacity, and low liquidity to come up with a real solution.
Investors won't hold a paper share. Instead, they will hold something called ERC-20 token.
The wine ICO, the idea behind the wine ICO was really the idea of using the blockchain and the ICO market to put hard assets into a blockchain in a very transparent way for potential investors.
This investment opportunity will give access to a lot of people to get the best card in the world.
So why would you invest in our ICO? Maybe you're a crypto lover and you're looking for a stable coin. You're looking for a coin which is not subject to such high volatility like other cryptos, and you're interested in a coin backed by tangible assets. Maybe you're a gemstone lover, but it's difficult for you to invest in gemstones because you don't have the right network or you don't have the expertise. Now, thanks to our ICO, you have access to this very exclusive market with a dedicated advisor, with a dedicated structure, which will allow everybody to invest in those exceptional assets.
Basically, what increases in value is what is rare.
My priority is buying for quick price.
Là, vous voyez dans mon local, là actuellement, toutes ces voitures, si vous avez été achetées il y a 5 ans en arrière, vous avez
Our smart contract is open source, public, fully audited, easy to understand. It will cover all the capabilities of our bank.
We do not just provide token holders with a way to invest in hard assets. We also come up with an innovative stablecoin solution. Through the burning, minting, and notarization function, the monetary supply extends on a title-like model at a smart contract level. The collection is exposed transparently, and the proof of custody is inserted in the blockchain. The stability is ensured and backed up by a tangible asset that show a low level of volatility. And the assets are scarce in nature, just like crypto. After all, just like Bitcoin, there are only so many bottles of volatility.
So I'm just going to conclude and say that our business is to open bank account for early adopters. We had ICO coming to us for a bank account as well. It's very difficult for the regulators, put yourself in their shoes, to see if an ICO wants to sell burgers, put burgers on the blockchain, or an ICO wants to do stablecoin backed by hard assets. They are flooded by requests. So when the Swiss regulators get a file like ours, which took months to build with legal advisors, they treat us about the same as when they receive a potential future exit scam ICO. The market needs time to clean itself, to see who are the reputable actors, who are the scammers. And if the banks are distrustful, it's basically because they are not knowledgeable enough yet. Our role is to educate them. We've done the job already in Switzerland. I'm sure that in Israel it will happen also one day. We just need them to be more forward-looking and progressive, and it will happen. Right now the market is still very complex for people who've never traded crypto, who've never secured a private key, but it just needs time. That's about it, guys.